Namaskar.
Namaskar. My name is Joe Madiath. I am originally from the state of Kerala, studied in Madras University, and came to Odisha after the 71 cyclone. 30th of October 1971, there was a huge cyclone in Odisha which destroyed villages, made many families headless, and it was a terrible disaster. And for this, in no way was the then government of Odisha in any way prepared. And that is when I was in studying in Loyola College, Madras. So when I heard about this, I decided that I should go, and I had a small group of youngsters at that time who called themselves Young Students Movement for Development, YSMD. And these 40 volunteers from there came along with me to Odisha to administer relief. That is how I came to Odisha. After the cyclone, all their whatever grain they had, that was destroyed. Most of the animals were also dead. Many people died, about 10,000 people died. Ours was to provide relief, our work. Of course, we contacted many agencies who helped us to get resources for distribution. But then from the very beginning we said, okay, except for the very needy, the others we will not give anything just free. People had to work in rebuilding their houses, in rebuilding saline embankments, in any other constructive work, road or canal or whatever it is. So that is so that people did something on which tomorrow they could use, which they could use tomorrow, and so
Local people, sir.
those affected.
Right. And on return, what do you used to give them? Foods.
Food.
Okay.
Relief was.
So that was your
Each-
plan, or they suggest ki no, why we will have free, we will do some work.
No, people wanted it free. There was,
Okay.
in fact, protest when we announced that we would only be giving
Okay.
food for work.
Okay.
I said,
So
no.
why you have done like this? To separate the needy and the
No.
rich,
No.
or
Food for work was, we realized that at that time you can give food, people will, their only work will be to turn that, say if it is wheat or rice, into something else. But getting to do something which would be even building their own house. So there's nobody else going to come and build their house. So we said, let's have
So you combine both survive and also development,
Yeah.
both in together. So survive is not enough. We have to do some futuristic
something
work
which
also.
will be useful for you
Right.
in the future.
Right. Obviously. Sir, then you return to your home city or
No.
Chennai?
No,
No.
I continued here.
So what stops you to continue the particular service?
I like Odisha. So after some time I fell in love with Odisha. So, and I realized that Odisha, I would be more useful than say back in Kerala or in Tamil Nadu. So I decided, stayed on. 5 or 6 of my colleagues out of the 40 also decided to stay on with me, and that is how I continue.
So how the journey was there from that day to founding this Gram Vikas?
So as I said, we had started an organization called YSMD, Young Students Movement for Development, right in the college. And later on when that came to Odisha to give relief, we continued with that. So that is how the student organization became, and then when we set up camp in Odisha, in an area called Patamundi Rajanagar.
Then when you formed this Gram Vikas?
Gram Vikas was formed in 79.
Sir, what was your main agenda in the initial years in Gram Vikas?
Initial years, it was another failure. Initial years we thought the district authorities wanted us to work with the Adivasis. So we went to the Adivasi. We spoke to them and we said, okay, we can work together. They said yes, certainly yes. And then they asked, the district authorities wanted us to work in dairy development, cattle. So we said we will do that. People didn't look very enthused, but they didn't say anything. But then very many meetings later, the people straight asked the Adivasi people, do you milk your wife to feed somebody's children?
Oh.
The cow's milk is only for the calf. It is not for the human beings. So we will not have anything to do with your scheme. This was good intentions.
What is your best excitement thing happen? What was that?
Oh, very many exciting things happened. We began to work with the government, and then at that time Mrs. Gandhi promulgated the 20-point program, and a year later her son Sanjay Gandhi had the 5-point program. So in the 20-point program there was propagation of biogas. So also in the 5-point program, biogas promotion. Cow dung was not considered as something useful or even resource. It was not taken as a resource. We showed that it could be a very good resource. One, it could be fuel your kitchen. Second, it could light your lamps. So these two are more than enough for a biogas plant to pay back. So before, people did not believe that the spent slurry from a biogas plant would be good fertilizer. They said once the energy from it is taken out, where is the question of any any
Okay.
fertilizer.
So that was your challenge, huh?
That was a big challenge to
Uh,
tell people. Then, of course, anybody who built the biogas, we could, in 2-3 days, we could show that, see the light,
yeah.
see the gas.
Nice. And regarding sir water, the same question for water. What is the situation and what is the change happen for your water movement?
Situation was bad and still continued to be bad. See, most in this side, Balasore, Badrak, and people defecate on the bank of the pond and then they go and wash themselves in the pond. The women, when they come to wash, they also take a jar of water home for drinking and other needs. So what they were not only dirtying that water but also using that water for drinking and other purposes. So this was the situation. We wanted to change it.
What is the challenge? People accept immediately?
No. People have said, we have lived for 14 ପୁରୁଷ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆମେ ଏମିତି କରୁଥିଲୁ ଆଉ ଏବେ ଏଇଟା ବଦଳି କରିବ କି? ତମେ ଆସିକରି କହିଛୁ ବୋଲିକରି କ'ଣ ଆମେ ବଦଳି କରିବେନି ଏସବୁ? ଏଇଟା ସବୁ ଆମର 14 ପୁରୁଷରୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି. So it was difficult, but then wherever we could show that things were getting different, that people were getting less sick, the incidents of diarrhea and
Jaundice?
jaundice, or other water related diseases was less in these villages or almost nil than in villages which did not have such practices. So once that came, then it was easier to
Right. Many good practices was example for them. Oh,
more than anything else a demonstration.
demonstration, right. Good. Sir, what are your recent works are going on?
Recent works is this water and sanitation. So in water, we have a scheme called Mantra, where any village that is willing to implement the Mantra program, which says that any village that will contribute 1,000 rupees to an endowment fund or a corpus, they will get a toilet per each house, and next to the toilet, common wall, is a bathing room, and then 24 hours water supply, protected water supply,
It's per village 1,000 or per household 1,000?
household 1,000.
1,000, yes. It's they have to give recurring money, no, one time.
It is a corpus.
Corpus.
So one time.
Why, sir, this? It can be free. 1,000 is not a big matter. But what is the filter system by putting this policy?
So 1,000 rupees is because today
Continue, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
So today, say the government gives under the
Mantra.
under the Prime Minister's program to us 2,500 rupees subsidy per toilet. So today those people who are there, they get 2,500 rupees. Tomorrow, once family splits up, one brother gets the toilet and bathing room, the other doesn't get. So, and he wants, but unless he has also a toilet, bathing room, and he practices hygienic ways of living, the entire water in the village can be polluted.
Yes.
So, and at that time you go to that brother and say, well, why don't you build a toilet? He says, how can I? My brother got a toilet and for which, my brother got a toilet and bathing room for which he got 2,500 subsidy. Who is there to give me subsidy? So I can't do it.
Right.
So at that time, the village will say, your brother got 2,500 rupees. From the corpus, that village all have contributed towards our
Purpose.
from the corpus, the interest of the corpus, we will give you 2,500 rupees. Build the. So it will be 100% coverage at any time and all the time in future of that village. So to keep it 100%, and well, over 1,000 villages have embraced it, so it's not something which is impossible. Yes,
Yes.
1,000 rupees for our villages is a big sum. But then, who is going to build for you unless you yourself want it?
Right. What is actually the role of civil society in India and in Odisha, and how it can be more, according to you? Any advice, any sort of thought you are having, how the civil society should work so that their contribution will be more and better and something it is visible and the government will appreciate, government will have a good partnership with them?
I don't think the government really wants to appreciate or to be partners with civil society organizations. First of all, if civil society organizations want to partner with government and show government what are different ways of doing people's development work, then first of all, civil society itself has to be civil. The openness also, they have to show that the models that they are saying are replicable. We can, like, what is it? They could have built to some limited extent all these toilets free for the people. But that would not last. So
Right.
we have to take the difficult choice, something which is sustainable. Civil society organizations, while being civil and being part of society, they have to also show that or work towards a situation where they will be able to bring out real lasting change in village communities.
What you want to say to them last?
I want to tell the Odia people that, you are welcome to me. I have felt one of you. You could have rejected me, but you didn't, and I am grateful.
Thank
You
you.
gave me a chance to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.